All right, we're back. And so everybody, welcome to We Talkin Football with Havoc and Dreadful. I never really know how to start these things. It's just like, go ahead and start talking.
Jump in.
Yeah. So can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, I'm trying to see if I can hear. Let me see if I can hear you a little bit. Oh, I know what I have to do.
Beard.
There we go. Let's turn you up a little bit. All right, say something now.
Something now.
I don't know. You sound a little low.
Little low. Little low. Let's see.
Let's see if I got something to do with that over here. Nope, I got you full blast.
I
don't know. I guess we just run with it.
I will project.
Yeah, hold on. So I know. Okay, say something now, so I'll hear it on the stream.
Okay.
All right, you sound fine to the viewers, and I can hear you, so we're good.
All right, cool. Well, let's rock.
All right. So first things first. How was your fantasy week?
2-1.
2-1.
2-1. 2 wins, 1 loss.
Okay.
Close loss, but a loss nonetheless.
So I am, of course, happy to say that I was 3-0 this week. And of course,
congrats.
In your league, I have actually claimed the number 1 spot. So I am top in that.
Wait, what? You are? Wait a minute.
And I, to be totally honest, I have no clue how it's working out like that. I have no clue. I mean, it's
points
weird.
Wise.
Because I'm
points
trying
wise,
to
you're the top 2.
So
points wise, you're the top 2. You're just points wise, you're second. So you're putting up numbers.
I'm gonna change my.
I'm slowly creeping up. I'm number 5 now. I think I was at one point number 9, 8. So I'm slowly creeping up.
See, can I? Because you're still a little low for me. But that. Oh, you know what? I know what it is.
Dun, da, da, da. I'm
pretty sure. All right. If I actually just turn the volume up, I probably can hear.
Turn me up.
But you know what? I'm always looking at this. I had a good week. I was concerned. Like the one thing that I messed up on this week is it's the whole Thursday night game thing, right? So, on Thursdays, what you want to do is I hate playing guys on Thursday night unless it's, for a fact that they're going to play. Right. So Trevor Lawrence was playing Thursday night, but he was hurt.
Right.
And so I'm like, I'm not trusting it because they was like, he's going to be a game time decision. Yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, you know what?
But that sucks too. If it's a game time decision on a Thursday, I probably wouldn't play him.
Right. So what I did was my backup in that league is actually Deshaun Watson. So I was like, no, not happening. He's got to go. Yeah. So what I ended up doing was I dropped Deshaun Watson. I picked up Matt Stafford. and I played Stafford. Wasn't bad. It was good. It was. I mean, he played good. The only thing is I left. So Lawrence, of course, Lawrence played.
Did well.
He looked good.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, well, I don't even know how to say it. It was just like I ended up leaving about 4 points on the board. Where did that come from? I got notifications going.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let me turn this off. There, do that. And so I ended up. I don't even. Let me look. I should have this pulled up, but I don't. Let's see, what do I need to do? Hit this button there.
Let's see. Have a look at your game. The week recap.
The week recap is nice because I also had the largest margin of victory in your.
Oh yeah, I just saw that. You beat him by like 70.
Yeah, it was a nice game.
Yeah, he must have been asleep. He left Fields in.
Yeah, he had a couple of people that weren't playing.
Oh, you only had Fields. Everybody else just sucked. Yeah, Curtis Samuel in only got like 3.5. Jacobs only got 4. So he had Judy. Don't know why, but he only got like 6. Osborne from Minnesota only got 5.5. Like, yeah, Pacheco did pretty good, and yeah, Christian Kirk did pretty good. But other than that, everybody sucked. Which doesn't help when your quarterback like goes nuts.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
40-something.5 and almost 47, and then Andrews had a couple touchdowns at tight end, and then another receiver got you 10. McCaffrey got you. Yeah, you have a lot of people putting up points.
I mean, it was insane.
Yes.
Okay, I think I got you better now. I got you better sound-wise now.
All right, cool.
But the thing is that it was. I mean, that match was good. It was one of those where I knew I was gonna. Halfway through, I knew I was gonna win. It was after Lamar did what he did. It was like, forget it. But even like in my family league, I had Kamara, which I've been sleeping. I have absolutely been sleeping on Kamara. Because the thing is, what is wrong with that? The thing about him is that you can't, man. These little things happen on this stream, and then it just starts to bother me. Hold on a second. my scroll is messing up now. Let me find that. The show. I don't even know why it's messing up. But well, like Kamara goes, he gets all of the, how do I say it? The this girl is not even. Oh, let's do this. Hold up. I'm filtering stuff on the fly here. It's a weird thing. It's like it's close property. You know what? How about this? Let's cancel that. How about instead of worrying about it, I'll just not see it. I'll take it away. There. That's better.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, that way I can fix it later. But Kamara got like every dump off. It was crazy. Every little dump off. what from and I don't even remember who the quarterback for New Orleans is
Carr.
right now. Is it
Carr.
Carr? Did he play?
Yeah,
But all the
I think so.
all the dump offs were boom, boom, boom. So he ended up like 12 receptions. It was so, and we're in this league is a 1 point, PPR, full point.
Oh wow!
Right.
No, full point. Wow.
Full point.
Okay, yeah.
So I mean, I was like, I don't even care how many yards he gets off these little dump offs.
Right.
I mean, he's getting
Just
the
the
points
catches
just
alone.
to catch
Right.
the ball. So then, and I think he scored twice. So
Oh wow!
that was crazy. So he ended up in this league. He ended up with 29 points. Then I had AJ Brown.
Oh wow! Yeah, I got AJ Brown in my league.
So he ended up with 29 points. I also started your guy. Was it Joshua Downs?
You picked up Downs?
I picked up Downs in this league. I did. And so he got 23 points. Andrews got 22 points. Andrews is my tight end in every league I'm in.
Every league, yeah.
He's
except mine
across the board. No, I got him in yours too.
Really? I thought David had him.
No, I got Mark Andrews. I have what's his name? Lamar and Andrews.
Oh, okay. I know David's like a fiend for tight ends, so
yeah,
he always goes for the top tight ends and usually gets Andrews. I'm surprised you got him.
Yeah, to be honest, I was surprised I got him too. Yeah, just to be honest, I was like, how is it that I'm able to get Lamar and Mark in this league? It's like 16-team league. Nobody saw it, so it's like, all right. But I bet if we go back, if you look at whenever I picked him up, it was probably, to see who he picked that round. It was probably something where he got something a little bit better. At least he thought it was better at the time.
Okay. I said David. I just realized I forgot I had 3 Davids in my league. Menace.
I knew
you only know. Yeah, you only know one of them.
About,
yeah.
But so here's the thing though. I've been thinking about, and I didn't pull it up or anything like that. But how many first round picks right now are hurt? Like it's. I mean. Was it Jefferson? He's out.
Jefferson, yep.
McCaffrey's not out, but he was.
He's not out. Hurt. Yeah, he's hurt.
Chubb.
I don't think
is out. I don't know if he's first round, but he's close to it.
He's probably first round, if not top second.
Right. Cup was hurt draft night.
Right.
But like,
depending on how people draft it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I'd have pulled up the draft. Let me see if I can pull up the draft. One of these drafts, just any draft though. You could go. Where is that? Here we go. Let's see if I can pull it up. Standings, opposing teams, league. Here we go. Draft recap. There we go. So here was our first round in this draft. Number 1 was Christian McCaffrey, and so he's not hurt now.
He's not 100%, but
he's not 100%.
Right.
Then there was Jamar Chase. He's doing good. Derrick Henry. Wow. Oh, this is a different league. Hold up. I don't want to use this league because these guys are they're a little crazy. And I know, guys, if you're out there, I'm talking about y'all. But hold on, let's see. Let's go to this recap right here. Okay. This one, even though there's still some crazy stuff here. So Justin Jefferson was number 1 overall. He is out. Jamar Chase was number 2. He's still good. Everything's good with him. Then we got Austin Eckler, who, I mean, depending on how you look at it, right? He's
right.
He's iffy to me right about now. Then we got Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is awesome. I don't have to worry about him. But he was hurt. He was hurt.
He was hurt like 2-3 weeks. First week. Yeah. He was hurt the first week.
And he
didn't play.
he got that other little injury where we didn't know if he was going to play.
Right.
And
But
then
yeah, the
of
first
course,
week he didn't play.
yeah. Then of course my cousin.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my league too.
Yeah, did the Aaron Rodgers thing. That was nice. But he too is out. We said Christian
He is gone.
McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill is fine, but
Yep.
Barkley at the end of
Barkley,
this,
he was hurt for a couple
he
weeks.
was hurt, and then Devontae Adams was number 10 overall in this league, and he's been quiet, right? No.
Well, he's on the Raiders.
Devontae
No,
Adams.
no, he's not.
Yeah, Devontae
D-Hop
Adams
has been quiet.
Yeah.
D-Hop has been quiet.
Oh, he's been silent.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, man. I do have that stuff to talk about today too.
Okay.
Look, and we just go ahead. I mean, my team is basically in the twin, right? So the thing about that is that we've already, and to me, the defense is not that good anyway. Defense is not great. But when you ship Kevin Byard.
Oh, Byard. Yeah, I forgot about that trade.
To Philadelphia. You're giving it up. It's over. It's I mean, the corners are right now, they're not the best. And they can't be out there on an island. You had Kevin back Byard. There.
Yep.
To help. Now you shift it.
He's gone.
So to me, you've pretty much decided it's a wrap. So now the big piece is Derrick Henry. Yep. Where does Henry go? I saw an article today of a picture of my beloved running back in a Cleveland uniform. Somebody had already posted it, pictured it up. Ooh. You all right? You there? Oh, you frozen on me.
It's gonna go to Detroit or.
Oh, okay. You were frozen for a second.
I want to say. Oh, okay, I was wondering where you went. I was still talking. It's like, wait a minute. Did you hear me?
No, I did you lose me? So, but you heard me. They had him in a Browns uniform.
Who? Henry?
They had Henry in a Browns uniform. I don't see that. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
I don't see that. No, because that's only a Band-Aid for this year until Chubb comes back next year.
Exactly.
I see. Like I was thinking like somebody that may be trying to make a run because Cleveland has Hunt. I think he's good enough to carry them. But I was thinking Detroit, if they have Montgomery gone for good, he could go there.
Well, they've been relying on Gibbs too.
Right, but Gibbs is it.
Yeah.
I think they're like thunder and lightning kind of thing that they got Henry.
I will say this. I think anybody who picks up Henry is going to be a two-back, backfield. It's going to be him and another guy.
Right.
And I think that's just how they're going to do it.
You could probably go to Miami, the running back injuries they're having.
But man, with H.N. and Mostert.
Well, when is H.N. coming back?
Well, he's on IR, so it's 4 weeks.
At least 4, okay.
I feel like they will. I don't know.
I didn't know how serious this was. So
I would say the other place that I've heard, of course, is Buffalo. That would be interesting. Yeah. That'd be really interesting.
That's actually a very good.
Yeah, to go with
him and Cook. Yeah,
to go with Cook, and of course have him brutally beating people down in the winter. be something too.
That'd actually be a good pickup for them.
Yeah,
I can see that.
But of course, much like I told you the other night, I do feel like we're just a farm league for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's absolutely.
It seems like it. It's like the GM, he owes him something because he keeps giving them dimes.
and I don't understand. Well, see, here's the thing: our GM now is the guy from San Francisco, and it's like, dude, I mean, if you just shipped him to the West Coast, then all right, but you going right back. AJ Brown, well, they got AJ Brown, and I'm a claim Julio Jones right now, but I mean, Julio's up there, and then they got, like I said, they just got Kevin. I mean, it's like, dude, I mean, how many of these guys are we just going to start shipping up there? And of course, I say that to say, can you imagine Derrick Henry in a Philadelphia Eagles jersey? I mean,
that would be. I mean, Philly's stacked enough as it is. They don't. I can't see them getting Henry too. If they got Henry,
forget about it. Right?
Yeah.
So that whole tush push. I'm sorry. To all the Eagles fans, I'm sorry. The brotherly shove. Brotherly shove. But I mean, you got Derrick Henry pushing, or going himself, because he'll get in there.
Yeah, I don't think you need a touch push anymore.
I was going to say he might just run. He might push him all the way through. He run it all the way down the field. But man, I know it's coming. I mean, he's going to play. He's going to play versus Atlanta this week. It's going to be really bad because Tannehill's not playing, and it's funny to say we're going to be bad because Tannehill's not playing. But Tannehill's not playing, and right now they're saying, "Oh, we're going to play Malik Willis and Will Levis," which makes zero sense. Yeah. I mean, just start Levins. Let's just forget about it. Let's just start Levins. Let him play. I mean, he's got to do it. Just let him play. All the mistakes he makes, whatever. And we'll just see where we are. But I mean,
so you're ready to turn over to Levins now? You're done with Malik?
Look, I want Malik to work. I want him to work. But he doesn't work. He doesn't work. And I don't really understand why. It's just I've seen this guy play multiple times. I've seen him play really one good game where he was passing the ball. He had Traylon Burks in there with him, and I mean he pushed it down the field. It was a good game, and he showed out a little bit in the preseason. But like when I watched him Sunday before last, and there's a little part of me who feels like he looks a little scared out there. I mean, it's just like, dude, I don't know, exactly what you're seeing or not seeing or whatever. So at this point, I would like to see Will Levis. And here was another thing that I saw along these same lines. There was a photo of Malik Willis sitting next to Will Levis. I don't know how true these photos are, but Malik Willis looked like a kid next to Will Levis. I mean, Will Levis' arms were like huge.
Yeah, I mean, he was jacked when he came in. But he had picked up 20 pounds or something of muscle before he came in the league.
Yeah, let's see. Somebody just popped in. Sorry for the bother. I want to offer you. Oh, dude, I don't need your promotion. I don't. Yeah, you can miss me with all that. That's the quality guarantee. Blah 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 blah. What do I need to do?
Yeah, Levins came in jacked right before draft time or right after draft time.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, he's a huge dude. At least it looks like. So my thing is this: let's just see him. You know what I mean? Let's just see. Put him out there on the field. Let's see. And because the other thing that, of course, like I said, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, oh man, I'm hearing that they're going to get rid of Derrick Henry. Well, the other person I hear that they're talking about getting rid of is DeAndre Hopkins. You know about getting rid of DeAndre Hopkins?
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, getting rid of Traylon Burks. Everybody. It's like,
Burks too.
yeah, I've heard Burks too. It doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Burks doesn't make sense. I could see Hopkins like get rid of. Well, I mean, I can, but I can't. I mean, you just got him.
You just got him. It's like,
right.
well,
That's why I can't. But
it's like, well, what's the point then? Because I feel like,
well, no, the point is they're tanking.
Yeah. But you can't get another quarterback. You can't select quarterback 3 years in a row.
No, that would be crazy.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, I figured what they're trying to get as many picks as possible. You just
right. I'm gonna say you tank for picks and not necessarily a quarterback.
And so if we can do that, then you do what you got to do on that. But man, it's gonna be rough because now, Tennessee, and again, I believe by the end of next week, Derrick Henry will be gone.
Think so?
Oh yeah. Because this is also the last year. I think it's the last year of his contract. His contract's up at the end of the year, so he can walk. If you don't trade him, he just walks. And then what? You got nothing. So if you can trade him,
that's true.
If you trade him, you trade him. You can get him out of there. You get something for him. A couple of picks, maybe a player. Flexible. Yeah, I'm trying to trigger. I had to figure out how to delete this guy. Oh, yeah, I'll just do this. Man. Yes. There we go. I'm good. So yeah, those are the things. So here's the other thing though. I've heard your guy rumors about your guy being traded. Thomas. Was it Taylor? Is it the running back?
Really? After we just paid him?
After we just signed him, yes. Because the question with him is I'm sure is does he want to be there? I know he got
that would
money.
be the only reason. Right.
He got a pretty good deal. I don't know what the numbers were.
I think he's like the second. I forgot the numbers, but I think he's like the second or third highest paid running back in the league right now.
Okay. See, to me, I'm like, that seems like then you stay, right? You got a new quarterback who's good. I mean, Richardson's good. He's hurt now, but he's good.
Yeah, he's hurt, but yeah, he showed a lot of promise.
You got decent wide receivers, and then you got yourself. I don't think you go anywhere, but I have heard people talking about him. And the other one that's crazy to me is Barkley, like Saquon. Now, I guess the thing with Saquon is that Saquon, what did he took less.
He took some
out, but
they gave him some little incentive to like a couple extra million or something. Yeah. Same thing that I think Jacobs got. They still gave him like franchise tag, but like plus a couple million or something.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I've heard Saquon. But the thing is that for me, it's weird. It's hard to see. Like I couldn't really see Saquon in a different jersey. Where would he go? I heard
anywhere.
They were talking about him in Miami. But it's wild to me.
But see, Saquon wants to stay though.
He does. That's the thing. He just wants. He wants to be. How do you say it?
Compensated.
He wants to be compensated. I'm trying to think of the. He wants his value to be. He wants to feel the love. How about that? You just go with that.
Yeah.
But he does. I agree. I think he definitely wants to be there.
Yeah, if Taylor wants to leave, it's probably because of our owner.
Yeah.
I think he probably rubbed him the wrong way.
That was the one who said running back should. Well, I'm not I
She
can't
said a
quote.
lot of stuff. People
Yeah,
shut up.
but running backs and their money. But everybody wants to get paid, right? If
Yep.
I'm for your team, I'm an all-world running back. I, come off some change. I mean, you got to do something.
Yep.
I think how long
And they
before you
did.
believe they start the because we're gonna always have the salary cap, but I feel like maybe we start thinking of salary cap. Where you have. I heard somebody say this once before. This probably been a couple of years ago, where you have a couple of tiers of salary cap. So you have a bucket of money for your top three players, and then you have a bucket of money for the rest
Everybody
of the
else.
53-man roster or something like that, so that you could pay these top guys top money.
Right.
We're getting to the ridiculous numbers now, right? I mean,
Right.
so if we leave Deshaun Watson out, who was it? Was it Herbert who just got paid, or
Herbert
Burrow?
got paid. And did
Lamar?
Burrow get paid yet? Lamar got paid. I know Herbert got paid. I'm not sure if Burrow
I thought Burrow
has
got
inked
paid,
his deal yet. He could have. I may have missed that, but I
but
know Herbert did.
But so, what did Herbert get you? Do you know what the number is offhand?
I do not, but I can find out.
Let me see what Herbert got.
Justin Herbert agrees to 5-year, $262.5 million deal.
And there we go, 262. Dude, now granted, I understand that football contracts other than Deshaun Watson are not guaranteed. So but still, we're starting to get to these numbers where we're 250, 300, not from soon anyway, because everybody wants to be
Right.
the absolute highest paid. I want to make that that thing is. And again, one of these things that I did see, and again, it's on Twitter, or I'm sorry, it's on X. But it was the kid out of USC who everybody wants.
Right, Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb. They were like, he says that he wants part ownership of the team that drafts him.
Right. Like he's.
I mean, look. In all honesty, that's smart.
I mean, it's smart. It's very smart.
Smart.
Will he get it?
But yeah, he's not getting that. It's not because it's.
Well, I don't think even think a player can be a part owner of a team, can he?
Right. That's what. See, the problem is that then that guy he can't be traded, right? Because the thing is, unless he gives up his partial ownership of the team, because you can't own one team and play for another.
Oh, okay.
So that's the issue I believe he's going to run into. Well, I say he's going to run into. So you get drafted by who? Besides Tennessee, who's bad now?
Cardinals.
The Cardinals. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Cardinals. So you get drafted by a
that's
bad team. You get drafted by. Yeah, but if you get drafted by a bad team, then it's like, well, I don't want to stay here. Well, but we gave you the partial ownership of the team. This is you. You better get up and do some recruiting and all of this kind of stuff. You got to get on it.
And if any team did decide to do that, that would probably, that's going to be a whole lot of stipulations as far as him keeping ownership of the team. And that would be one of them. He would have to stay there. 2, he'd probably have to do well when he stayed there.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll think of a million other things.
Yeah. It'll, it's too, I think it's too much red tape.
I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
But yeah, that's one of those. It's just one of those crazy things. So, and I guess, and So the other question that I've had for weeks and weeks and weeks doesn't matter anymore now, and that is, will the Patriots keep Bill Belichick? And I guess they will, because they just paid. So, so he gets an extension. So he's theirs. He's theirs, and he's going to be there as long as he, as long as he wants
chooses.
to be. Because he's got the 300 wins now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who did they beat the other night?
The Bills.
The Bills, yeah, that they shouldn't have beat. It was we were shocked that they beat. I would put it that way.
Right.
But man, I don't know. It's crazy. I have no idea how that happened, and I don't know. It was just weird. It was just weird game to watch and to see happen. It was
Jones
awesome.
actually had a decent game. That was part of it.
He did. And I guess that's one of those things where they sort of focus on, right? Or they should focus on. It's like,
Right.
hey, look, for all of the stuff, for all of us poo-pooing Matt Jones, see, he can still play. And you and I did, I guess, sort of, we talked about it a little bit, texted back and forth about our viewer, Patriots fan, who did his deals with Cooper Kupp. I guess let's see if he shows up. If he doesn't show up, then we can talk about it a little bit later. But I'm just like, I feel a little bad, but I don't feel bad. I still think it's a good deal. So, but the other thing was the deal that I sent you that was Austin Eckler and St. Brown for Purdy and was it DJ Moore or something like that? So I don't know if I sent that deal a long time ago or that deal was sent to me a long time ago, because when I looked at it again, like you and I talked, and I was like, yes. You're like, yeah, do that deal, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to look at it. And I'm going in to look at it to accept this deal, and I look at the date, and it was like in September. And I'm like, wait a minute, how am I not? How did I not see this before? And so then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, well, I didn't feel like I had sent it to him, so I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna do is that I'm just going to redo the deal and send it. I mean, if he sent it to me before, maybe he's willing to do it now. And of course, I was denied. It was declined. Your trade proposal was declined. So I still have mine. I still have Purdy. It's funny in that league. Let me pull that up right quick. In that league, I feel like I got problems that are not really problems. Because here's the team. Here's my starting lineup for this week at least. Lamar Jackson, Saquon Barkley, Dameon Pierce, DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, Mark Andrews, Jordan Addison, the Bills defense, and then Brandon McManus is my kicker.
Who are the Bills playing?
The Bills are playing Tampa Bay. Looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's good. But here's some of the stuff that I run into. This is who's on my bench. I got Jerry Jeudy, and for right now he can stay.
Yeah.
Jaylen Warren, and he was here. I put him in as a backup, but Brock Purdy, Rashad Shaheed, Drake London, Deontay Johnson, and Kareem Hunt. Yeah. So it's weird, right? So it's this thing. It's like I have guys. I got. It's like, well, Drake Legends had a couple of good weeks, right?
Yep.
But who do I pull out to play Drake? Because you say, well, DJ Moore is playing for Chicago. Justin Fields is out, but their rookie looked good. That guy, that kid, he won the game, and he looked good doing it. So
did he go to Moore?
Huh?
But did he go to Moore?
I don't think he did. No, I don't think he did a lot. I don't know what he had last week.
Yeah, it's like Fields likes to go to Moore. I think they've kind of got a rapport now. So when Fields gets back, I think Moore's a good play.
Yeah. Let's see. What did?
I think Moore's going to be just about average, even though he's not. But
let me see. What did? Can I complete stats? Is that what I want to do? Yeah. So, oh no, that's not what I want. You can tell here. I do not normally look at my fantasy league on the computer. I really don't. I'm all mobile. Like everything I do is mobile. And now I keep. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Oh, here we go. They played Vegas. Well, he had 13.4 points.
Mm-hmm.
So he had 8 receptions, 54 yards. So there you go, 13.4. That's not bad.
That's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. So, and that's what the backup
put you back in your bind.
Yeah, no touchdowns or anything, but man, I'm telling you, I've been sleeping on this whole full point PPR thing. Now, that being said, here's another. You are a fantasy football commissioner. I've been a commissioner, but you are one now. So as I'm riding home, and of course I'm listening to other fantasy talk shows. And I was like, man, can I talk about this? Because I don't want to steal from them, but it's very interesting to me. The guy was like, well, maybe we ought to start changing how we do with some fantasy stuff. And so it was like let's say instead of just picking the running back, instead of picking Chubb, you pick Cleveland's backfield. Now, I'm not a fan of that. That's a bit much, right? Because sometimes you want, Chubb and Hunt. You want them both. You want them both out because they both play. But what they were saying, the reason they were saying it is like, guys get hurt. And then, the backup is in and blah, blah, blah. But I actually think at the quarterback position, that's not bad. Like if you said, okay, I'm picking Indianapolis's quarterback. So just their quarterback group. So when Richardson goes down and Minshew comes in, you don't miss anything. You still have a viable quarterback in that game. Because if a guy gets hurt, it's over. Like we said before, a lot of times a guy gets hurt, you're done for the day. It's okay.
Right.
Your week's over. Now, so that's what I mean, on that point, I like it for, like I said, I like it for QB. I don't like it for any other position. I don't like it for tight end. I don't like it. But I do like it for quarterback. So what you think?
I mean, I see your point. I see the idea of it, but it's still kind of, because it's still in the case of a running back. If you lose a running back, you're done for the day. So that's on one end, but on the other end, I see what you're saying as well. Is like you're going to get all kind of points if you got all the running backs for your team, for that team, if they're playing by committee.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with that. It's like every position except quarterback, well, except for some teams, But for most teams, like quarterback is just that one person and that's it. Whereas, like I said, every other position they sub in and out all the time, so you're going to constantly get points, and so your points will skyrocket.
If you were to do it, I think the only position to do it for would be quarterback. If you were to,
I can see that.
Don't get me wrong. I think that. I mean, because and like you said, I mean, the thing is that even when you're drafted, you know what I mean? Nobody drafted Gardner Minshew. You know what I mean? Nobody, because he's the backup quarterback. Nobody's drafted him. So you only, there are 32 teams. One of those 32 starters gets drafted, and then half of them don't. Right.
Right.
So I that's one of those things. Now, here's the other thing that I was thinking about. Because these guys were talking about how, wide receiver is so deep, But here's the thing. So right now in most leagues, you do quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, flex, defense, kicker, right? And your flex is wide receiver, running back, or all three: wide receiver, tight end, running back, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what if you just said, I'm going to do one wide receiver, one running back, and then like one tight end, and then what is it? It would be
like 2 or 3 flex positions.
Yeah,
I've been in a league like that before.
Yeah, see, like I like that too, because now the only problem that I do have with it is the full point PPR, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm loving full point PPR. Man, I'm loving it. However, who becomes the most valuable running back? I mean, if you have to take a running back and you're only getting one, you're taking a guy like, and it's probably the same guys we're taking now, but I mean, I'm not necessarily, Henry's not high on my list, and I know he's not doing well this year as much, but McCaffrey, Eckler, and Kamara, those guys, to me, they are as important as Justin Jefferson, because you only really need one of them, right?
Right.
And then you can get wide receivers all over the place. Because the thing is that what I would worry about doing in a league like that is that, a guy finds if it's a full point PPR, you only need volume. A guy, like you said, we just looked at with DJ Moore. DJ Moore got 8 catches and 54 yards, no touchdowns. He ends up with 13.4 points. You throw a touchdown in there, he's at almost 20 points. And he didn't really have a game. He was just there.
Right.
He was along for the ride. So I would worry that, you would really have to do your homework, I believe, is really what it would be. It would probably be fun, actually. I'm thinking about it now.
It also depends on the league, because not every league has a full PPR.
Yeah, no. I'm saying if this league did have.
Yeah, if that league,
I think even for myself. Now I'll tell you what I did. My first outing as commissioner. I'll never forget it. And guys who were in it probably, I don't know if they remember or not. But I actually had full point for attempts for running backs. So it was insane because the guys who were the only running backs, guys who touched the ball 20 times.
20 times, 20, 25 times a game.
He didn't even have to do anything. If he got any yards,
he could get negative yards and still have 20-something points.
Exactly. So yeah, I did. I made that mistake Because I was like, well, the wide receivers are getting a full point, then the running back should get a full point. But nah, I regretted that almost immediately. Just looking at the scores, it was like, whoa, what is going on? So, but I mean, I do, I do believe that sometimes, so sometimes I would like running backs do need maybe 0.1 an attempt or something like that, because you may end up with a running back who, while he gets tons of volume, he's not going to get all the yards, right? And so you sort of want him to at least get a few points here and there, more points, But I don't know. I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about it since I got off of work, actually. And I actually may end up trying to do a league like this next season.
Okay.
Because, I mean,
let me know.
I like the idea of, you know what? If I want to run 5 wide receivers, I'm going to run 5 wide receivers. In your league one year, was it your league? It may not have been your league, but I know one league I had Kelsey and Kittle. And
you can do that in my league.
Huh?
So I have 2 flexes. So you can do that in my league.
Yeah.
I have 2 flexes.
And so I ran both of them every week. I was like, you know what? I don't need a wide receiver here. I mean, I got basically the 2 best tight ends in the league. Yeah, it's great. You know what I mean? So, I think for, there's so many wide receivers right now. And like you said, I mean, I probably kick back maybe half a point PPR, but I still would go PPR for sure. But the thing is that, like I said, if I found 4 good wide receivers, so what? I mean, I'm good. I mean, I got a running back, or if it's a bye week and I need another, then I got to find a running back and I throw him in for one of my guys that's on the bye. I mean, that's a cool deal. That's a cool deal. I'm really thinking about doing that. So here's, and I don't want to be over talking, but question of the week. And it's going to be ridiculous, but I'm asking anyway. The Kansas City Chiefs are going overseas this week, right? They're playing over in London. Does Taylor Swift, will she be at the game?
Don't know why that's question of the week, but I don't see why not.
No,
it's not like she can't travel.
I know. I feel like I'm about, I'm gonna say, I can't say 100%, but I'm about 95% sure that she'll be there. It was weird. It was a weird question. I was just one of those things that was like, I mean, she's been to all the games so far.
Might as well.
And I mean, she is like one of the most famous women in the world. Even though I don't really, it's I feel old now because I don't follow her, anything like that. I don't really know.
Nope. But I know none of her music.
Right. Well, I thought that. Then my kids were telling me, I was like, well, you know this song. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I do know that song. And it was a couple.
Okay, well, I'd have to be told that I know a song. Right. Off the top of my head, I don't know any of her music.
No, yeah, that's the thing. It's like I couldn't just say, yeah, I'm a fan here. But, being over in London and doing all the things that they've been showing her all the time and stuff like that. I was like, dude, is she going to go over to London and watch her man play football? And again, like you said, see, why not? It actually should be easier for her. The question is he flying with her or is he flying with the team? Because, she's doing it. Oh, and I'm looking at my notes here. Did you see the Green Bay game? Did you watch the Green Bay game?
I did not.
Okay.
I've just seen highlights.
Okay. So did you see the highlight where he passes the ball to Dobbs, Jordan Love does, and it bounces off of him?
I think I saw that one.
Yeah, so I'm sitting and I'm watching that game, and it was the highlight of the game for me. I was like, dude, it's like this guy, he wasn't the, he's got just basically he got that touchdown. What's his name, Reed or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was like, dude, I don't know. I don't know. It was a huge thing for me. I got really excited watching that play. It was just something else for me, because it was. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how to say it. It was just wild for me. Oh man. Let's see what else I got. Oh, we talked about Belichick. Oh, you know what? Here's another. We talked about trading. We were talking about trading those running backs. But like I said, I'm a Titans fan, so I'm hurting there. But who else are going to be sellers at the trade deadline? We talk about next week. So
anybody losing? I'm sure Arizona. Like I heard talks of Buda Baker.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good one. And you thinking about it, it would be like a lot of defensive players too that could be shipped around.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I did hear is Dobbs going back to Cleveland. It's like, Kyler Murray, depending on where he was at the time, at next week or whatever, I don't think it's going to happen, but it's like they traded him for like a 5th round pick. And so then they were like, yeah, well, what if they just basically give the pick back and get him back? And because like the thing with Deshaun Watson, man, I know. Okay, let me calm down first. I understand somebody because I actually have a shoulder issue myself. Well, I'm old. I have arthritis in my shoulder.
Okay.
But so I understand he's got an injury. He's got an injury, and it's a legit injury. I forgot what they called it. I heard it today. But the problem with Deshaun Watson is that contract. Because
yes.
I mean, that's the problem. Because everyone's going to be like, oh, he's going to slow walk it back because he knows he's already got his money. So he doesn't have to play if he doesn't want to. He's still going to get paid. And it's like, well, you paid him $230 million to be on the field. He's never on the field. He's not on the field. And I honestly, I was asking a guy at work the other day. It was like, are the Cleveland Browns just cursed with quarterback?
It seems like it.
I mean, it's like no matter what they do, they can't get that position right. I mean, their team is awesome right now. Their defense is all world.
Oh, the defense is, yeah.
I mean,
especially Myles Garrett.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Even though they shouldn't have won Sunday, but that's another story.
Say that again.
So even though they shouldn't have won Sunday, but that's another story.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess what I thought you guys were going to win. I really and truly did, because I literally.
We won.
Y'all did win?
No.
Okay.
We should have, but
I was going to say, wait a minute. I didn't think that was true.
Yeah. No, the refs took it from us.
But I had the phone ready to send you a text of congratulations. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. Let me just make sure. And it was like, whoa, man. That's what it was. It was like that. But I really did. I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, this is going to be good. And I had my setup.
That was a great game.
Yeah. I had my setup going good on Sunday too, because I think I had like the triple box here, and I had a game here, and of course it's a lot easier when I don't have to watch a Titans game, right? So I'm not, when the Titans are playing, I got one focus game. I do have other games on, but I'm not even really watching them. It's just sort of like
Right.
it's on. But Titans were on the bye, so I could sort of scan the field,
Right.
and it was wild. So I mean, I was pretty happy on Sunday. But man, oh, so we talked about two Fields, Justin Fields. Well, he's doubtful. I believe he's doubtful for this week because I saw it somewhere. But the other thing about Fields, I know they say you don't lose your position
to injury. Yes, you can.
But
yes, you can.
That kid.
I've seen it happen too many times.
Yeah, I was gonna say that kid Sunday actually looked good.
Yeah.
Now, could it just be it was the Raiders, and it worked out? Or I mean, he looked good. I guess that's the thing.
Right.
It wasn't like he was just like the Raiders weren't prepared for him. I mean, he looked good. And so
yeah.
I don't know. I feel bad for Justin Fields. I actually do.
But did he look bad in his last game, Fields? Because he was looking good. Yeah, he's looking good.
He was looking
for
fun.
a couple games.
He's got like with a dislocated thumb on his throwing hand. So the whole thing with the injury is he can't grip the ball.
Gotcha.
So it's how long does the injury affect him? And I don't know. It doesn't. In my mind, I think I believe Justin Fields is a good quarterback. I do. I don't know what it is that he has to get over or anything like that. But in my mind,
I say he looked good a couple games before he got hurt. Right. So I don't know.
I believe him to be a good quarterback. But I listen to all the shows, and everybody talks about how bad he is. And the thing is that it's like, is it the team? Is it what is it that he would need actually?
Better coaching.
Or the coach. There you go. So
if what's his name? Badgett? Is that his name? No, the quarterback, the backup quarterback, Badgett.
Oh, I don't know what his name is. I have no clue what that is.
It's like Baget or something like that. Badgett. Yeah, that's it. If he turns out to be something like Purdy, then Fields may lose his job.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think he loses his job to like that.
Who does Chicago play this week?
Chargers.
That's winnable.
Depends on which Charger shows up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a winnable game, but
it is winnable.
Whoa! Because
they could have the Chargers that had Mac that had 6 sacks, or they can have last week's Chargers. So,
but
which one shows up.
If the Chargers look at the film and they plan for Baggett, whatever. I'm sorry, mispronouncing your name, but if they do that, then then he could have a long day, right? It could all go bad, and Fields will be ready next week. It'll be that way. But if he goes out there and he actually looks good,
right?
We really do have the conversation, because because the thing is that even if, you know, again, for me, this is just, like I said, this is my thing. Like Dobbs out in Arizona looks good. I mean,
Right.
he wanted to stay in Tennessee, but they shipped him.
Excuse me.
He got shipped out of Cleveland. I mean, he looks good in Arizona.
Yeah.
So if this guy can, like you said, if he becomes, the next Purdy, I mean, where do you do with Field? Do you try to ship him? Who you
Trade
gonna
it.
want? I mean, who would take him?
I think Atlanta would take him.
Atlanta. There's been talk. I've heard that Atlanta would take him.
I do not see why not.
Man, that would be something. Fields in Atlanta. And of course, speaking of Atlanta, what happened with their running back on Sunday? Did you hear about that? What's his name? The rookie.
Bijan.
Yeah, so he played, I don't know, he played about 2 or 3 snaps, and he wasn't on the injury report or anything like that. But he didn't finish the game. He was done. Like after those 3, after those 3 or 4 plays, he was done. And he said basically his point was that he didn't feel good, right? He didn't feel well. He was a little sick. But of course, now the thing is with the NFL, of course, they're like, hey, it wasn't on the injury report. So what are y'all trying to hide? And so now there's my understanding is that they're looking into it with that. Since he and not only that, they said that on like DraftKings, if you for daily fantasy, if you played Bijan, they gave you your money back.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they because I mean he didn't play due to injury, but he wasn't on the injury report, so it wasn't quite fair, I guess. But yeah, man, I can't believe I'm yawning like this. He ended up with like 0.3 fantasy points. So I'm glad I didn't play against him this week because I do feel bad for the owners who have them, or I'm sorry, not owners, managers. But yeah, so I do feel bad for them. But you know what? Speaking of this now, another fantasy question.
Illness.
Huh?
I was just reading it. That's all they're saying about him is illness.
So, how do you feel about guys? And I'll say it this way: who give up in fantasy halfway through the season? Like, I feel like even if you don't care anymore, you still have to put the best team in. You can't you can't have 2 guys on IR and then somebody else.
Right.
I mean that.
So, in the past, when I've seen that happen in my league, since it's my league, I will actually go on that team. I'll reach out to that person like, hey, what's up? Are you going to finish the season or whatever? But when I see they're like absolutely putting no effort into it, I'll go on the team myself and put players in.
You move them.
Yeah.
Because, because the problem is, it's more fair to always play against somebody else's best possible team. So then that's fair for everybody, as opposed to, okay, I caught him the week he had 4 guys on bye and he didn't care. And so I got an easy win. But next week, all of his best players who were still in the lineup have their best game. And, and you get like this huge, big loss. It's
Right.
it's a thing. It's like, dude, all you got to do, man, just set the team. Even if, like I said, even if you don't care, just put the guys in, and just look at the numbers, put the highest numbers in, and call it a day.
Right.
So,
Now, I probably won't do that now because it's a money league.
right.
Since I changed it to money, I won't do that now since money's involved. But before, when it was just for fun, I'd change them out.
Change, bro. Yeah.
Just so it's competitive.
But I think I've heard people do things like, I've heard people get kicked out of leagues for it. I've heard people, I forgot what the other thing was. What was the other? But I don't know. But I would definitely. Oh no, that was because guys didn't respond to trades. Like people would offer trades, and then the guy would just sort of ghost the other guy altogether. Like, I'm fine if you decline my trade, fine. I don't have a problem with that. But you never say anything, nothing at all. I mean, we're in the league together, dude. I mean, I'm in even the money leagues, right? I'm in it for the fun. I don't, I'm not. I don't necessarily take it too seriously, and I'll say necessarily. But I mean, I want to win. Yes, I want to win. Yes. I want to put the best product on the field. But I mean, it's like, I remember in one league I had a guy, and every year our thing was, his and mine, is that I would always send him some absolutely ridiculous trade, and it would be some absolutely ridiculous trade. And as he would say we'd say the same thing every year. He'd say, "Here you come with these trades." Like, but I mean, it's like, look, man, and I would always justify as much as I can. But it was like, dude, I usually, when I'm looking at trades, like if I'm trying to move a wide receiver, and he's a decent wide receiver, the only guys that I'm looking for are guys who, in my opinion, need a wide receiver. Like I will see a team, like I've done this thing where it's like, okay, look, I want to make my team better, and I want to make your team better. Now, who's going to be
much better?
I don't know, but I'm trying, when I'm sending trades, I'm trying to do that. Like all of my Brock Purdy deals that I've been trying to ship out there, all of them are the same sort of thing, right? I'm sort of like, look, I'm looking to see who you got at quarterback. If you got a guy who's not doing great, Brock Purdy, at least at the time, Brock Purdy's doing great. So I'll give you Brock, and you pass me back, maybe, and I'm not going to try to take your number one running back, because, I mean, who does that? But maybe your number two, maybe, and I'll give you another running back, maybe not as good, but I'll give you another running back. So you get Purdy, a good running back, and maybe you give me a running back and a not so good wide receiver, something like that. So that's what I usually try to do. Now, sometimes, I come off as a thing where, you're trying to steal something from somebody or something like that. I'm like, I'm not really trying to steal it. And now I will, and I guess I can tell all the fantasy stories. I was in a league. I don't know if I told the story on there before, but I was in a league once where the guy who was the commissioner, his wife was in the league, his son was in the league, and I wasn't, were both of his sons in the league? Maybe both of his sons were in the league. And I know that I tried to get a trade in with one of the sons, and he didn't do it. He, turned it down. But then, in my opinion, he did a worse trade with his dad. And I was like, wait a minute, that's because the trade didn't benefit him. It only benefited Dad. And I'm like, dude, I was just like, look, man, at that point, for the rest of that season, now don't get me wrong, like I said before, I put in my best lineup for the rest of that season. And then after that season, I was like, peace. Can't do it. I was like, dude, that's that. I mean, so you're basically, you got, your wife and your kids, and that's 4 teams, and you're trying to make one good one or one crazy team. And I can't. I mean, the thing is that it's fun until you start doing stuff like that, right?
Right.
Because I mean, yeah, if then then what we should do, if that's what you want to do, then what we should do is do a league with just 6 teams. I mean, you'll get a lot of good players at that point.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do.
Super teams.
Right.
Yep.
And then let the chips fall where they may. I mean, 16. It's crazy to me. I wouldn't necessarily want to be in a 16 league, but because I want some competition. I want to have to look for guys. I want to have to find some guys. And it's like I said, it's one of the things that I like about your league, because I mean, don't get me wrong, I've cursed you for this league, because it's just like, dude, I was like, man, I just need like 2 more slots on this bench, man. I can't. You mean I have to get rid of this guy, or I just got to suck it up? Because like I'm dreading it now. And don't get me wrong, I guess as it stands right now, week 13, I may be one of those guys who I'm like, okay, I just don't have any good, because I'm not dropping Lamar and to pick up a quarterback. So maybe I won't have a quarterback, because it's like week 13 may just be my Achilles heel week, where it's just like, okay. But I also hope to only have at most 2 losses by then. So another loss won't kill me. And watch, I'll probably lose this week because I'm talking like this. It'll be whatever. But yeah, so like I said, what I like is that you do have to do the homework, right? You got to get in there. You got to look for a guy. You got to rely on a guy that you may not want to rely on. It's like, man, dude, I just need you to get me, a few receptions and about 50 yards. I mean, I just need some points. Don't fumble. No turnover.
Oh yeah, it's a killer.
And I know, like in my family league, my father-in-law, dude, like sometimes he will. I mean, excuse me, he is done without a defense. It's like there are no good defenses, and I'm not going to go with one that's going to give me negative points. So no defense is going to be played. Just not playing a defense. And he actually won. He started. Oh my goodness! Last season, I think he started 0-6, and he ended up winning the league last year.
Wow!
Yeah, he did. I was like, man, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it, but he did it. I mean, he's all over it. I dread seeing it, and it's one of those things too, because I watch, and we're in ESPN league.
Okay.
So I get notifications every time anybody makes a move, but he, of course, he's retired now, so he
has nothing but time.
And I see those little things come up, and like, wait, who did he get? Wait a minute, why? And it's like, oh wait, he must have heard something, and he picked up, so and so, and like he's got. I mean, at least right now, he's got a pretty stacked team. Let me see if I can pull up his team. I don't even know what his team looks like right now, but it's got a pretty stacked team. At least he had one. But he's doing it. It's now I can't find my mouse. Okay, there it is. It's on another screen. League. Rosters.
Yeah, he's talking about number of players. Like, I don't think this league that we're in, I don't think I've ever had less than 12 players in the league. It's always been like between 12 and 14. 12 or 14. I think one year I actually had 16.
Yeah.
But mostly it's like 12 or 14.
So, yeah, I mean, that's a lot. But
yes, I like the challenge.
I was going to say, but you know, and admittedly, I've done well in your league actually. But you know what? Here's the thing that I do like about it though. That's the thing. It's to me, it is truly any given Sunday, right? Because the thing is that while somebody may have maybe call it 2 or 3 really good players, nobody has great players all the way through. So
right,
you can find a diamond in the rough, and you know you can beat another guy who who one of his star guys had a down day.
Right.
So you can do that. So let me tell you. So here is his lineup, and I told you this already, and I said this. So he has. Oh my God, I hate even reading this. He's got Jalen Hurts, Brees Hall, Dante Foreman, Jamar Chase, Zay Flowers. He's got nice. Trey McBride, Puka Nacua, and right, yeah, right now, as it stands, he has no defense. He's got no kicker, no defense, no kicker.
Wow.
On his bench, he has Chris Olave, Christian Watson, Calvin Ridley, Kyron Williams, C.J. Stroud. He just picked up Tyree Spears, Devin Singletary, Mims Jr., Marvin Mims Jr.
Mims.
Yeah. Daryl Henderson Jr. And then we also have an IR slot in this league. And his IR slot is Achane.
A chain, yeah.
Chain, yeah. So he's got like this ridiculously, he's got good players everywhere. Now
he does.
This year, right now, I think he is.
Although there are a couple you could get rid of to get a defense.
Yeah, I mean, as I'm going through it, I'm looking at that. But he's 3-4. Is that what it's? He's 3-4 right now. But man, I'm just looking at this. This is it's just crazy. But he's, and I didn't know that he was doing it this early. But he's doing this thing again where there's no defense, there's no kicker. He's just stockpiling players. And I know what he's trying to do. So what his plan is, and Dad, if you're listening, because I know you didn't set up an account or anything. But if you're listening, I know that you're trying to do some trades. I know that's what you're trying to, because that's what he does. You're trying to make some deals. So he'll stockpile a bunch of guys. Because, I mean, he's got Jalen Hurts and C.J. Stroud. Somebody's going to come knocking eventually.
Yeah. Stroud's been looking good.
Man, that is crazy. Oh, he did win last week, though. 116, 107.
Well, looks like you're projected to be in a tight one this week.
Yeah, I think the difference was 2 points, 1 or 2
points. 2 points, yeah. 2.5 points. Yep.
Yeah. That was. Oh, did you see Servin Whale? I think he lost. Did he lose? Lost by 0.23 points less. That was the smallest margin.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. Let's see.
0.23 points was the difference in that game. I was like, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, whoa. I mean, that's that hurts. It's like, dude, if you did, someone had just fell forward and got 0.2 points.
Yep.
But that's
Wow.
Yeah, that one is
Let's see.
tight.
So, is there any turnovers? Anybody fumble?
I guess I'm 6-1 in that league, and you were the only person that beat me. That's it.
Am I?
You are. That's it. You have my only loss is to you.
That means I'm destined for greatness.
Oh man.
I'm 5-2, so.
Yeah, so you're not. I mean, you're not a.
There's a lot of 5-2s though.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It is weird how that happens.
Well, not a lot, but there's a few. Serving well is one of them. Bad News is one of them. I'm one of them. Dirty D is one of them. So yeah, either everybody's doing very well or they're doing very bad.
Do I play Dirty this week? Who do I play this week?
Now you play Cutters.
Cutters. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't even. There it is. Yeah. But it's, I mean, that's another thing too. I mean, we're about halfway through the season. Oh, so there's another streamer, Sans Pineapple, great streamer, great streamer. But he also plays fantasy football. And I was in his stream the other day, and I was asking him about his team or whatever. So the league that he's in, they actually go the entire length of the season. They go the whole length of the season. So like when you get down to like week 18, so part of their playoffs is like, real end of the season type
playoffs.
Yeah. Man, like, dude, that's I don't know that I can do it.
So how do they do it? It's like if they go the full 18 as a regular season, like, so what do they do with all those players that don't make the playoffs?
See, I don't know. And I didn't, and well, you know what? I don't know that they go, I think their playoffs are during the end of the season. So they don't actually go into the playoffs. They go for the 18 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, 18 weeks.
Okay.
Season.
Okay. Well, that sounds about right then.
But the thing with that is that goes back to how I won my first fantasy league experience. It's like my first time playing that season, I won, and the guy who I was playing against had Adrian Peterson, and Adrian Peterson, we were in the final. Like this was me versus him, and Adrian Peterson was going off. It was like ridiculous in the first half. And then the Vikings set him in the second half of the game. And I ended up beating him. It was like, he was so pissed. It's like, dude, I will never forget that. It was crazy. But because, I'm watching that like, dude, I'm done. I'm done. It's over. And then no more Adrian Peterson second half, none. And all of a sudden, here come the heavy hitters.
Wow.
So I ended up winning like that. But man, oh man. So I don't know. What else you got?
I just keep coming back to the Colts game, how we were robbed. But other than that, I have nothing. I'm not going to get over that robbery.
That's what I understand. I get it. Like I said, I thought y'all were going to win. Now, what is y'all's record now?
I think we're like 3-3, 3-4, something like that.
We're going into week 8. So 3-4, maybe.
Yeah, I think we're 3-4. Colts record. Oh yeah, 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Okay, well, I can't say that I'm not happy that y'all are not 4-3 because I mean, I have to have the glimmer of hope for the Titans in this division, even though, like I said, next week next week my backdrop may be a Philadelphia backdrop. I mean, because if it's a wrap, it's over. Oh, but yeah, this is the dude. That's the Kobe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, that one.
Is that going to be a shirt?
Yeah, that's gonna go up. So it's got the full Kobe on there, and then on the sleeves, it's got on one sleeve has the number 8 in yellow or gold, and then in purple on the other sleeve is number 24. So it's like that's cool. I like that. So I haven't published it yet, but I'm gonna put that out there. But there was a guy I worked with who was like, he saw the skeleton shirt, and he was like, "Dude, I'll get one of those." But then I was like, "Well," I said, "Well, look, man, maybe you ought to wait." I said, "I'm trying to do a Kobe." He was like, "But he's a big Lakers fan." He's like, "Yeah." He said,
okay.
I'm just gonna wait then. I'm gonna wait to do the Kobe." So it's like, all right, I tried to do a Kobe. I had a Kobe picture that I really liked, but it didn't do well on the shirt. It was weird, so I couldn't go with it. It just didn't look right to me. So this graffiti thing is kind of cool. He was like, yeah, it's a lot of colors. So it's like, yeah. He said I can find something for sure. It's like, all right, little abstract Kobe.
All right.
So, but all right, I guess let's see how long we've been. Oh, we did another hour and a half. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm good with that still. My internet's holding up well. I'm gonna reluctantly. I'm gonna say this. I hope they don't kick me off of Twitch for saying it. But I do think that I'm gonna move over. We're gonna move the show over to YouTube. But I have to. There's some there are logistics that go along with it, and before we can do it. And it may not. It may be what I'll do is I said this before, but I think I'm gonna upload all of these episodes there, and then see what happens with that. Because I think now Twitch actually does allow you to multi-stream, so you can stream in 2 different places at one time. They didn't always allow you to do it. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Cool. But I got to figure out a path to do that with. So
gotcha.
But all right, I guess we can get to the there's it offline. There it is. We can get to this thing where we start the outro again. Wait. So the guy who was the Patriots fan, he didn't show up. But who was he trading? He was trading Thielen and was he going to trade Cup or was he going to trade Puka?
I think he's trading Puka.
He was going to trade Puka. And Thielen, who was he getting? He was getting
like AJ. Was he getting AJ Brown?
Yeah, AJ Brown. Yeah, no, he's straight.
Somebody.
And he had Cup already.
Yeah, and he had Cup. Yeah.
Oh, he was great.
He should be fine.
He was fine. Yeah. So
plus he had some other receivers. So.
Yeah, I know we didn't come back the very next week, and I apologize for that. But Page fans, if you are a Patriot Super Bowl bound, if you're watching,
but not this year,
right? They're Super Bowl bound, no. But if you're watching, you still got a good deal. It's great. Come back, we can talk about it again because I do want to know how his season ends. That's just going to be. But until next time, thank y'all for watching. We Talkin Football. Join us again. Peace out.
Yeah.